Welcome everybody to, what day are we on today? Tuesday. And we're doing Manipura Chakra all this week. So this is the yoga practice for the week, and usually I try to do the Tuesday and the Thursday a bit differently. So one will be a little bit more relaxed and a bit more yin, and one will be more dynamic. So this one is the more dynamic one. Because we're doing this part of the body, if you're pregnant, it's really not a good idea to do any Manipura practice. And also if you have epilepsy or if you have any kind of heart condition, then today's practice is probably not right for you. So go to the YouTube channel and find something that we've done before. But as long as those three things aren't applicable and you're feeling up to it, then we'll do this practice for today. So at any point, if you start to feel like it's too strong, because this is definitely not beginner stuff, this is quite powerful stuff we're going to do today. So if it does start to feel too strong, just go and make yourself a cup of tea instead. Okay, but as long as you're with me for the next 20 minutes, we're going to work with Manipura Chakra. It's the place, the home of the fire in your belly, your determination, your purpose, your will, your action, rather than your contemplation. So let's begin by doing some circles and coming into the body. Make sure that the knees are soft and you've got a little bit of bounce. We're feeling fluid. And know that everything should feel really delicious the whole time. As soon as it starts to veer into the not so delicious territory, then abandon and do something different. Okay, just because I'm doing something doesn't mean that you need to do it. You can go freestyle anytime. All right, so let's circle, taking right ear down to right shoulder, chin down to chest, left ear to left shoulder, and coming up and over. So today's practice is super good for any digestive issues. In fact, the gentleman who taught these practices to me claimed that it was impossible to have any kind of digestive issues if you practice these daily. It was Danny Paradise that said that. So left ear to left shoulder, switching directions. Chin down to chest, right ear to right shoulder, and coming up and over. And it's certainly true that the more movement we bring into these areas of our body, the more fluid, the more blood supply, the more ease and grace, means that the organs are going to be nourished, and homeostasis is going to be more easily sustained, which means health. So shoulders coming up towards the ears, rolling back and down. And we're threading the breath into the movement. So inhaling the shoulders up and exhaling the shoulders down. Notice my feet are quite wide apart, my knees are soft. Everything is very fluid and circular. We're not looking for jaggedy lines or straight lines anywhere. Okay, and then let's circle the heart. And switch directions. It gives you an opportunity to feel into the lower back and how it's all feeling. And then let's circle the hips. Knees are soft, movement is slow, and breath is very definitely a part of the movement. It's not just an accidental side thing. Okay, and then coming up to center. And just check there's enough space around you, because we're going to be taking our arms out to the side. So you don't want to be knocking on any furniture. I'm in this corner because otherwise I can't be on the camera. So I'll try not to hurt myself. But if you make yourself into a space where you can move easily, we're just going to spin arms side to side. Loose movements. It actually starts to feel really nice. It reminds me of being young. I remember doing this in playgrounds until you start to get buzzy fingers. back to center. We're going to take hands together and we're going to take the mudra. I call it Charlie's Angels mudra. There is an official name, but I can't remember it now. Index fingers are pointing up and the other fingers are wrapped around, thumbs are wrapped around. And knees are soft and bouncy, always. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. This is called wood chopper. And then as you exhale, breathe out through the mouth and let the hands swing down between your legs. Inhale up. A few times. Any kind of dizziness or discomfort, just pause and catch your breath. Let's do 2 more times. And then bringing your hands down to your side. Okay, now we're going to make a sun with our hands. The sun is the symbol of Manipura Chakra. So start with your hands down at your side. Turn the palms outwards. And as you inhale, very slowly, start to take the arms out as wide as you can possibly get them to go. Until you come up to shoulder height. And then deliberately check that the shoulders are away from the ears as you continue to bring the palms up overhead. And when you're up high and tall, think about your vertebrae stacking one on top of the other and creating a sense of space between each bone, each disc. Turn the palms to face outwards as you exhale and slowly travel the broadest circumference that you can possibly do, keeping those shoulders away from the ears. Okay, turning palms to face outwards, inhaling up. So you're really claiming space, taking up room with this circle of the arms. Exhaling as the palms face downwards. Check the shoulders. Keep everything feeling fluid. One more time. Inhaling upwards. And exhaling downwards. And you're going to bring your hands to your navel and you're going to create this beautiful shape of the palms as if you were cupping a globe between your hands, or should we say a ball of fire. And you're going to just place that below the tummy button or around the tummy button. And so this is a practice that comes from traditional Chinese medicine. It's the dantian. And this is the space that correlates to Manipura Chakra, part of it anyway. And anything in traditional Chinese medicine is interested in qi, it's interested in the quality of your blood and the energy of your blood. So I want you to bring your mind to the space of your kidneys and your liver. So your liver's directly beneath your ribs and your diaphragm. And then your kidneys are beneath that. And whilst the liver is mainly over to the right-hand side, the kidneys are mainly over towards the back. And as you hold your hands here in dantian, I want you to imagine an increasing spaciousness through the kidneys. Maybe you'll find that the pelvis becomes a little heavier, the knees stay bouncy, and maybe the tailbone tucks down to give you a bit more space behind. And you're going to breathe in to this space represented by the hands. And then as you exhale, you're going to let that space expand and soften. Inhale. So some people refer to this dantian as the sea of qi, which really works for me because I'm such an ocean, watery person. Other people will give you a visualization of a yellow flower, and as you inhale to this space, imagine that there's a yellow flower between the palms and it's opening, blossoming as you inhale. And then as you exhale, letting those petals close. So whatever works for you, there'll be a visualization that feels natural. Nobody else's visualization is superior to your own. So whatever works for you, and creating that sense of space. And then bringing your hands down. You're going to have your feet slightly further apart, coming into horse stance. So this is very popular at the moment because of Wim Hof. This horse stance. Your knees are following the line of your toes. You're going to bring your elbows in and have your palms facing one another. Take a nice long inhale. And then as you exhale, you're going to press the right hand across your body as if you're pushing the air away from you, leaning over to the left. Inhaling back to center and exhaling left hand across to right. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. So there's this beautiful watery fluid quality to the movement. You can really feel that Chinese medicine energy of Tai Chi, Qigong, neither of which I am a teacher of or a specialist in, but you can just sense that quality as you move and breathe. Exhaling across. You can make it quite strong. Let's go one more time on each side. And inhale as you come back up. And so now we're going to do Udiyana Bandha. So this is the practice that's quite strong. And it really, what you're basically doing is using your stomach muscles to give an extraordinary massage to the liver and the kidneys and all the digestive system. So the result of that is it can make you feel a bit queasy, and that's the point to stop and go do something else. But I know so many people who practice this every day. They do it in the shower. It's not pretty, that's for sure. But the healing benefits of this practice are just extraordinary. So even though I don't want to show it to you because I'm conscious of the pan of chocolate I've been eating all lockdown, I'm going to because it's such an extraordinary thing and I really want you to know it. Okay, so I'm going to come sideways so that you can see my body. Inhale, and then as you exhale, you're going to come down really, really low with your knees bent. And you're going to take your hands onto the tops of your thighs. And then with your lungs empty, you're going to draw your belly button back towards your spine. Straighten your arms so you create a real vacuum. I'm talking so I can't do it fully, but a real vacuum. Your belly button goes back towards your spine and up beneath the diaphragm. Obviously it's not actually going to do that, but that's what it feels like. So if you imagine the inside scoop of an ice cream scooper, that's the kind of shape we're going for. So you take an inhale and exhale. Straighten the arms, draw the belly button in, lift the belly button up, and then once you're in position, you're going to start to pulse the belly. So I'll do it without talking so that I can show it to you. Inhale. And then release. So I'm not sure how clear that was on the camera, but even if you just start to experiment with getting a feel for it, then it's going to be doing something. Okay, so deep inhale, exhale, hands to knees, straighten arms, pull the belly button in and up, and then let the tummy push out, in, out, in, out, in. And then when you're ready, relax. And we're going to do that a few more times. So deep inhale. Take a little pause between sessions so that you get to actually feel what changes that's making happen. It's really profound. Inhale. Let's do it one more time. And then release and come back to standing. Let's bring hands back to the dantian. Soften the knees. Close the eyelids. And allow yourself to sense how that has changed things. And we're going to do a couple more poses before we finish. So let's add a balance in. So bringing your hands to your waist, find the foundation through both of your feet. Think about that tummy button pulling in and up, even here, and bring your right knee up in front of you. You're going to take your left hand across and hold on to the knee as you extend the right hand behind you, and you're going to take a little twist. So we're working with the psoas muscle here. And that's really important for Manipura Chakra too, because even though it comes all the way down and attaches at the thigh bone, it also comes all the way up and attaches at the space of the diaphragm. So it goes right through Manipura Chakra. Okay, coming back to center. Hands on waist, and you can just keep your knee up, or you can play with straightening the leg. Be sure that you're still breathing. And also be sure that you're not rocking back. It's very tempting to do this, but actually it's more about pulling the thigh bone into the hip socket than it is from redistributing the weight by leaning back. Okay, and then bringing your foot back down. So now the weight comes to the right foot as the left knee comes up, belly button in and up. Right hand comes across, left hand comes behind. And then coming back to center, hands on waist. You can either keep the knee exactly as it is or straighten the leg, point the toe, watching that you don't rock back. And then bringing your legs back down. Feet apart, knees soft. Inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, come into the softest, gentlest forward bend. And rocking your arms around your legs. And hands to waist, knees soften as you come back up. Bringing your hands to your heart center, closing with Namaste. The love inside of me sees the love inside of you, and we say that to each of us here today at the practice. Namaste.